Yeah, you get up here. And are you ready for your 10-minute speech? Yeah. All right. Well, that's great. Anyway, who else do we have here? Jimmy and Jimmy Rayford and Jimmy. That's great. Anyway, hey, let me just tell you, and you guys, you don't have to stand up here. You do have to. Anyway, we're having a great night tonight. You know, it's not over yet. We got a president. We've got to hang in there. It's going to be a while before we know. But you know, every time I saw our president and the things that he did to stand up and do 4 or 5 events each night for 2 hours and 3 hours. Yeah, who can do that? This guy can do it. And I'll tell you one thing about it, he's right in the middle of everything. Jeff Sessions got me in with him a long time ago, and now I do all the military stuff with him. And that guy is a lot of fun. There's one problem though. The problem is that he is a prolific talker on the telephone. And his conversations are never over. And it can be, he doesn't own a watch. It can be 2 o'clock in the morning, it can be later, but nonetheless, he calls and he is responding, and he's going to be shining tonight. It's going to take a couple of days maybe to make that a reality, but that guy has really been tremendous. I've really enjoyed the last couple of weeks. I've been going around talking to the various, on one day we actually covered Sapulpa, Cushing, Stillwater, Perry, Ponca City, Bartlesville, Bristow, Henrietta, and Seminole, and Holdenville. A guy named Bill Robertson in Holdenville. I remember him when he and I were in the state legislature together. He was a Democrat, I was a Republican. I won, he lost, and he changed registration, and he served out his time as a Republican after that. That's what winners do, you guys. That's exactly what is happening. So I'm very, very proud, and I have to show you all the crowd. That when you stop and you think about the Democrats that we're serving with. I can remember when Barbara Boxer. Remember Barbara Boxer? Anyone remember Barbara Boxer? Yeah. Barbara Boxer, she was, she and I became good friends. One of the things, very few things that I do well, I get along with my adversaries. And she and I became good friends. In the committee that we chaired together, we got more things done than anybody else did. And it seems to work that way. And some of you young people don't understand. This was a Democrat state. Anyone here from Claremore? Anybody? Yeah, all right. I can remember if you were a Republican and you were traveling through Claremore and you had a flat tire, you had to keep driving. And now you can't find an elected official that isn't a Republican. We've seen things like, I've seen Charlie Sublett and his wife have been out knocking on doors 2 hours every night. That's what we do. We don't do it the easy way, we do it the hard way. And we have, I can remember, and this is a true story, that when Kay and I were first married 60 years ago, after about 5 years, we actually had really good things that were happening. But I remember one time, Kay said, after my first race, she said, I've got to change my party registration and become a Republican. I said, what a novel idea to have my wife as a Republican, since I was serving as a Republican in the state legislature. So we went down to the election board, and I remember the election secretary was Klingsdale, was her name. This is many years ago. And we went down, and Kay said, I want to change my registration from a Democrat to Republican. She said, you better talk to the secretary. So they let us into the secretary, Klingsdale, and she said, does your daddy know you're doing this? No, Kay and I had been married for 6 years at that time. But she said, well, no, he doesn't know. I better call and ask him. She called my wife's dad to see if it's all right for her to change from Democrat to Republican. And she did. It worked. But that's the way things used to be in this state. And I can tell you right now, things have changed and wonderful things are happening. I just am very excited about the situation that we have. I did have formidable opposition, and you know, you need to know something, because it's no wonder that she wanted a joint event. A joint event is how a challenger gets attention. You have a joint event, and all of a sudden, there are 25% more people are watching than would be watching otherwise. So you don't want to do that. But everything turned out fine. I think we were the first race to be called nationally, and so that was kind of fun. And I want to mention one thing here. Who knows who the most liberal members of the United States Senate are?
Kamala Harris!
Who is it? Who said Pocahontas? Jerry Buchanan. All right. Pocahontas was it. That was and Elizabeth Warren was and I carry this with me because my opponent was so proud to have the endorsement of Elizabeth Warren. And so I thought I'd tell you what, and because they shared values, the values, remember that? Well, these were the values of Pocahontas. This is Elizabeth Warren. The Green New Deal, Medicare for all, abortion on demand, gun control, amnesty for illegals, and gut the military. So anyway, we won. So I just, is Vic Regalado here? The greatest mayor, there is right now, the greatest mayor in the United States. He stood up. We had 52 Vics around. We're at Bill Inhofe. Is Bill still here? I don't think he is. Anyway,
Vic Regalado is the sheriff, not the mayor, by the way.
This is our articulate guy
his
that put them all together.
Was just saying.
And couldn't be prouder of our sheriff in Tulsa. Vic, you're
Sheriff
a hero.
Regalado
Right,
had actually appeared, if you can hear me, he had actually appeared in a pro-Inhofe ad recently that touted Inhofe support for law enforcement.
When you talk about the Democrats and the Republicans, it's the truth. I mean, the whole reason that ultimately this president is going to be reelected are two reasons. One is he believes in law and order. That's a novel.
There's a mask on the floor as well.
We have a political party out there who doesn't believe in law and order. I can remember debating these guys on the Senate floor from Oregon, the two United States senators from Oregon. They had
show you all the crowd again.
Said that they're being the calm individuals, but the trouble is they were throwing bricks at the police officers. In fact, we have 3 officers that were in Portland, Oregon, that may go blind now from the injuries that they sustained. And so we have a man running for president and for re-election who is a hero for law enforcement. It's kind of funny. Democrats somehow think it's popular to be on the other side. They haven't seen the polls. 78% of the people say they want law and order. Anyway, good things are happening. We're very excited. We're very excited that tonight we won't find out everything we need to find out. I have talked to our fellow members of the United States Senate,
so as you
and
noticed,
we haven't lost. We knew that we were going to be losing Colorado.
Were earlier showing election returns.
The other ones, North Carolina,
right now,
and the rest of them, were actually leading now. It wasn't true about 2 hours ago, but it is now.
Senator Inhofe
so
just said that they don't believe that they're going to know the
not
end
going to
result of the presidential race
a
tonight.
very
So that's what he's
great
talking about
United
right now.
States president. But we're also going to maintain the majority in the United States Senate. And we're going to, for all of those who want a strong military, we're almost there now. We need 2 more years and we'll be there, and good things are happening. So the Republican Party is the shining party. And you're going to see tonight wonderful things happening. And I just say it's you guys that are making this happen. Things happen in Oklahoma that don't happen in other states. When I was going around, I mentioned all those states. I was there in just 1.5 days. And they're all heroes. They're all doing the right thing. And they're the ones that are celebrating, and they're the ones who are elected. Sure, you're in Tulsa right now having this event, but in all these other little towns that we went to,
this event is being held in Broken Arrow.
Actually out working. So it's you on the ground that are making this happen. We're going to save America together.
It is
okay?
Tulsa County.
That's great. I applaud you.
Because Tulsa has a mask mandate in effect, and Broken Arrow does not.
Thank you very much, you guys. Who'd you have? Oh yeah, hey, you got to watch this. one of the things I enjoy doing is being with people that you wouldn't expect us to have anything in common. That's where Barbara Boxer and I were getting things done all the time. And people were in shock. What did Jim? Every time they named the 3 most conservative and the 3 most liberal members, it's always Barbara Boxer and me. And we're together in doing that. But you can really learn to love people on the other side, and that's what we do in the Republican Party. And so we're going to show you a video, and a video that will shock you. And you got to have your attention. If you're talking in the background, turn and talk to the wall because you want to see this. All right, turn it on.
People in Washington from both sides of the aisle know each other, work well together. Who is the person that is closest to you with whom you disagree the most on politics?
Republican, we're talking about. Well, you see, the irony here, and this is not even funny, if I told you the Republican that I liked the most, they'd probably ruin his political career.
Do it. Do it.
There'll be a 30-second ad. Sanders said he likes this person. Guy's finished. All right. I'll give you an example. One of the most conservative members of the Senate is a fellow named Jim Inhofe from Oklahoma. And Jim is a climate change denier. He is really, really conservative. But you know what? He's a decent guy, and I like him. And he and I are friends. And you find that. You find the fact that just because you have very significant political differences doesn't mean to say you cannot develop friendships with good people.
And there's your lesson for the night. Go out and love a liberal. We're winning, they're losing. Great work, you guys. Thank you.
Okay. That's what I figured that was. I had seen these earlier. All right. On that note, I'm going to turn this off, and we will have some more reporting on Senator Inhofe's comments as well as any other senators who show up. So keep tuned at TulsaWorld.com for updates. Thank you all for listening.
First campaign I ever worked on.